Hello, Ricardo. Welcome to the stream. Nice to catch you around. So just got off the stream from Jason Jerome. Just trying to get set up to make sure everything is in order. Let me know if you can hear me properly or if I'm too loud. So how is the event looking for you, Ricardo? First yes, all good. Nice. Very good, very good, very good. Should probably move. Let's move the icon there. That is excellent. I stopped in the Mitano. Okay, so you started Mitano. So yes, I got I don't know if you were there in my earlier stream early in the day. I managed to pull a Mitano myself, mm, and well, the skills are also. How are you? How are the skills, by the way, on your Mitano? So these are the skills on mine. I'm evolving now. Maybe I'll get to 14k. Yeah, it's not going to be easy though, because the jumps are quite significant, isn't it? I mean, if you want us to go for Valkyrie, it's like 6k souls, and that's a lot. So I don't know about myself as well. I want to get Valkyrie. I mean, she does look like quite a good Titan. Uh, but she doesn't beat Siegfried in my view. But yeah, I gotta see what I can do with this. So this is my Mitano, and this is the one I pulled today. So what do you think about this Mitano, Ricardo? Valkyrie, meh. Yeah, I have mixed feelings about it, about the Titan. I mean, she is a very good-looking Titan. Um, her first skill set is pretty cool, 20% resist to all damage, which kind of makes her more of a paladin in that way. And then combination of spearmen and grenadiers. Now, given the current meta, probably isn't the best skill set to have, because as Jason Jerome was pointing out, oh hello Rashor, welcome to the stream, man. And yeah, that's a symbol for which soldier puts in. If you're running from someone else's stream into this one, you put that in. Yeah. So I was saying, having spearmen, as Jason was pointing out, it's pretty cool. If I guess if they're really buff, they could give your panthers that are attacking them some tough time. But even then, man, it's not going to be a game changer. Siegfried still takes the top spot with that. So yeah, so Ricardo says 8 out of 10, not a bad Mitano. Yeah, the only problem with me was, yeah, I think it would have been a 10 on 10 if the second and third skill set was something to do with poison and ice. That's my problem with this Mitano. The positive about this Mitano, which could be quite a big positive, which is why I give it also kind of, I mean, I give it about 6 or 7 on 10, and that's probably because the last two skill sets are pretty cool. That will make my Panthers totally resistant to Titan attacks, which could be useful. Could throw off some people, so that could be good. So this is the Mitano I pulled, and it's been, it's been fun. Uh, the whole journey has been fun, and what the good thing about me doing this event is, now I'm going to show you how many attacks I've done this week. And for me, this is a personal record. I know a lot of people go beyond that. So guys, so I've done 1,010 attacks this this week, which kind of makes me crazy, man. That gives me crazy. Hey Zom, man, welcome. Let's get Valkyrie. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try my best. We'll see how much time I get. Hey, Shooter McGavin, welcome to my stream. Nice to see you here as well. Ricardo says, but for what I've seen, it's pretty cool. Yes. So I'm okay. Let me bring up my Mitano again, just to sort of get more people's view on this. So guys, this is the Mitano that I pulled from this event. Uh, And as I was mentioned earlier, for me, the only qualms with this is the fact that, oh, hey, Mukesh Patel, welcome. Is that the second and third skill set, I've got no ice and no poison, and that's kind of a biggie for me. Because I don't really see how I could use this. I mean, one of the best ways I could probably use is if I use this Metano in an offense, and if I was to go up against, let's say, a Skolnar defense, okay, which has got 72% resist to Earth. This will have 70% to Earth. Perhaps my cats could do well on that, but then again, there's nothing else more going on. So this Metano, I don't know how much love I'm going to give it, but yeah, that's what I've got from this event. So I'm going to push on further. We shall see what goes. So yeah, 1010 attacks, pretty cool, right? That is my maximum because I have been fortunate to, and guess what, guys? I've done all my grinds using my Calco and Grenadiers, and you know, it's been crazy. So I'm going to push on for sure, and we've got, let's see how much time we've got on the clock, right? So we've got 1 day and 12 hours left, okay? And I've got obviously the next, I've got 12.4, almost 12,500 souls. Now in the leaderboard, well, not on the leaderboard, the reward chain, the next one I can grab is the epic token, right? And given that there is a current, I don't think it's a takeover of guardians of the temple, but there's a higher chance of getting guardians, and I might be worth for me to use that token and pull a light, you know, sort of a guardian to become food for the other titan. So we shall see what I do with this. But that looks interesting, right? Oh, hey, the Corvus 100, welcome, man. Been a while to see you on my stream, but welcome all the same. The Resist Titan is awesome, great defender in my opinion. Yes, I think it's definitely going to be more of a defensive Metano that I have. But yeah, man, the only thing is I have to take it to level 60 to actually see the benefits, so which will take me a long time. Rashar says I got resist to earth, health, fire, titan, titan. You know, to be honest, I think that's more useful. That's more useful. Resist to earth, 60%, that will be health, will be pretty good. Fire is useful, very good for offense. And you also have double Titan resist like me, so you know. But I think yours is better, Ashore. Zomcity says I hate working these 12-hour shifts during events, man. Yeah. Always good to have more free time, so you can do more. But man, 12 hours is a long shift, man. Valkyrie is so close. Yes. Well, it's close in the sense I've got to do 5,500 souls. And yeah, Jason, yeah, welcome, man. And you know, I think I asked you a question on Lou's stream of how many gems I would need to actually get my Valkyrie, and I think you threw out a number somewhere about 4,500 gems. So that's kind of the thing I'm going to go on, and I'm going to try and gem it out. Now, obviously the thing is I don't have Loki, so I'm not sure if the 4,500 gems that you mentioned to get 6k souls was including a 1.4 boost. But you know, what I'll do is I'll do as much as I can free to play, and then if I really get the itch to get Valky, I will get her. So guys, okay, right. So moving on. So this was Metano. Now what I'm grinding with, and I think that for me it's been quite an experience really, because I've been using Calco, and my Calco has got some resist to fire and health, which actually turned out to be pretty useful when doing event grinds. Because when I go up against other grenadiers, my grenadiers take a little bit of beating without actually getting totally killed. So pretty good, and I've got a 4-star flame volley maxed out, which I had from some other Titan that I put it on. I've got a 3-star version, and I've got this pretty weak Drake scale just to give a bit more health. So this is what I'm doing. So I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to use this to do some grinds. Hopefully I can find the same person I'm going up against, and yep, he's available. So now one tip for all of you guys, and this probably is apparent by now, that if you're going to do grinds, if you can find lands that have got this, okay, Imperials and Grenadiers, you're going to find your life much easier while trying to attack them. So right, oh, we got 9 people watching, man, that's amazing. So for all of you guys there, I hope you are having a good event. This is what I'm gonna do. My regular build is gonna take this and go along, and this gives me 1.2 boost. And you're gonna see how quick these battles are gonna be, and which was a surprise for me as well. I think I average about 20 seconds, which is not awesome, but given this is, I'm actually, so look at this, guys. I'm just gonna do this. Obviously, I do waste a little bit of time in angling everything in, but you're gonna check this out, guys. My Titan obviously falls, falls to pieces, but look at that. Once they fire, I'm done. Oh, thank you, Shooter. Thank you for putting that in. Yeah, man. If you guys like my content, do like my video. It's quite nice to see that like me to go up, I suppose, for me. But I don't actually actively promote that. I know it's kind of a norm these days, for YouTubers as well, like who stream as well. At the end of the stream, they say, hey, like my video and stuff like that. But for me, it's like, if you like my video, you'll do it, right? But if not, it's only a button. As long as I get people coming on, it's the quantity for me that matters. The people come on and kind of engage in the chat, and that's what I really like. But yeah, but even then, man, if you like the content, go ahead, man. But it's not a problem. If somebody doesn't, it's all cool, all cool, all cool. For me, YouTubing is more of a hobby, and I know it's also a hobby for most of the DOT tubers as well, isn't it? I mean, none of us are actually doing it seriously. I mean, at least I'm not aware, but not doing it for actual money, isn't it? So, but if you are, I guess it does matter. I mean, I do occasionally have people coming up on my stream, and they'll do this thing where they'll say, hey, this didn't go well. They'll say, hey, can you subscribe to my channel? I'll subscribe you back. When I see that, man, it's really annoying, because I kind of feel like, if you're just gonna come onto my stream only sort of and only to say like, hey, subscribe to me and all of that, man, it's kind of lame. I never do that. I don't ever remember going to someone's stream and saying, hey, without actually contributing to or engaging in chat, just kind of saying, hey, subscribe to my channel, I'll subscribe you back. I mean, it's not, I've seen this stuff going around in many other places. I mean, even in Instagram, isn't it? I mean, I was in Instagram I think, was it a year ago or something, and I stopped using it, um, but yeah, it's the culture there as well. You follow, I follow back, man. I just find that whole thing weird. But anyway, man, I'll stop ranting on that, and let's talk about DOT. So guys, yeah. So how are you guys doing on this event and this week? Is everything going as per plan? So how's the week looking? I really hope that Valkyrie would have boosted lightning troops, man. That if that would have happened, I wouldn't have any doubt that I'll be going for her. But hasn't been that. But still, Valkyrie is a pretty cool Titan. I will still say that. Ricardo says all good, man. Yeah, awesome, awesome, awesome. King Joshua, hey, 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 welcome to my stream, bud. How are you doing in the event? So, need to make sure these Goliaths fall. These are like these level 23 Goliaths, or level 21 Goliaths. I'm kind of kiting that Goliath with my Guardian. And one of the things I was bringing up in my last, I think it was 2 streams ago, was that by looking at how I'm using my Calcor, I hope you guys can get an idea of how it might be to use Valkyrie, because again, if you're gonna use Valkyrie with an offense, which I don't know if you will do, but if you did, then it will probably be with all grenadiers and some spearmen, right? So this is what it's going to be. What I would suggest, guys, if you do get a Valkyrie, and probably hopefully I get mine as well, I will focus on buffing only one of those, either spearmen or grenadiers. It's probably not sort of putting on relics sort of half and half, because then each of your troops are half as strong as they could be, right? And one thing which I picked up from Jason Jerome's stream, and I think that was a very good point, that and was it Jason Jerome or but yes, the point was brought up that if you're going to have spearmen, it doesn't matter what level your enemy panthers are. okay, and I think I could be right on this, that the Panthers cannot take down those spearmen in, in one swipe. They do get entangled, and if there's decent amount of armor, on those spearmen, they could resist. Well, they could, and health as well. You could hold off those Panthers long enough for something else to give us, to blow out those Panthers, which might be good. Rashor says, I'm ahead of schedule on the grind, had some good relic drops. Man, that always helps, right? Unfortunately for me, and I've pulled in about 10 relics, I think, so 12 tokens so far, and I've only pulled in, I think, only one 3-star or something like that, or maybe two, I may be wrong, but most have been all like, 2 stars and a couple of 1-stars as well. So for me, it's been quite a grind, to get to where I am, and that's why, I'm like, hey, I probably the relic gods uh, uh, you know, uh, are not very kind. Well, not really for kind towards me at the moment. So, but I'm hoping that when the next event drops in, and by the way, guys, I'm really hoping that the next event is a fire event, because what all I want at the moment is I want a fire ruby, because I don't have any relic, any 4-star relic that gives me resistance to fire. So I don't know how many of you guys have a fire ruby all stacked up and leveled up and whatever. So that's one thing I'm missing, and I really, really want that. So hopefully one of these days I will pull in that. But it's been cool, man. It's been cool. This event, even though I haven't got Thor and Loki, and I haven't been very fortunate with the type of tokens I've pulled in. But I've really had fun, man. And I think one of the things these events let us do is that you get to play with titans you probably wouldn't play with, right? I mean, I would probably never play, never actually take out my Calcor into battle, because in all honesty, I mean, he's not gonna be an offensive titan, and the only way I would level him up would be through hard grinds and during events, or actually fusing things into him. Rashad says, I have a 3-star Fire Ruby maxed out, but I would like a 4-star. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right. I don't have. I don't even have the 3-star version, man. I have those fire rings, which yeah, would kind of help, but I think yeah, the difference between a fire ruby and a fire ring is that you get Titan armor as well with a fire ruby. Is it? I can't remember. Oh, is that fire cloak? Okay, we also have a fire cloak, right? I don't know the difference, but I think one of them gives health and one of them gives armor. Maybe Fire Ruby gives health. But I really want those, and it's been a while since we had a fire event, right? I mean, we have had a couple of poison events going around. We have had ice as well with that Theros event, and then we had Earth with that recent Jaldark stuff there, the Grand Hunt. But it's been a while, right, since we had this. So kind of hoping. Shooter says Ruby gives resist armor and grand armor. Ah, wow, man, grand armor. Woo, that's something I want. That sounds really cool, man. So okay, so it doesn't actually boost the Titan apart from the resistance to fire. Interesting, interesting. Cloak gives her. Oh, Ruby gives armor. Oh, resist. Okay, gives armor as well. Okay, so that's there. Cool, cool, cool. And cloak gives health. Right. So I got things confused. But yeah, man, I really want those. Um, and now that with the AI changes coming in, and guys, this is my prediction, and I keep badgering about this every time I stream. But this is my prediction, guys. When the AI changes come in, the titans that are gonna become OP, or rather become more relevant now, would be any titan that engages in physical, well, one-to-one combat, more like, which includes champions, paladins, infiltrators. So I think all of these are gonna take priority in terms of how strong they're gonna be. And the reason I say this if the AI changes are what they're talking about, which will be that enemy troops will more likely engage attacking troops that are in front of them rather than targeting things behind them or something, or have priorities. Um, if that happens, then the Titans that are unaffected by that are champions, right? And because champions, they're like they are like a garden mower. They just go in and they just sort of smash everything to pieces as they can, right? So that's what I think will happen. But it will be very interesting to see when the changes come out. How people's gameplay really changes, and and me as personally, me being more of an archers person, I mean ranger person, I think it's gonna be very interesting, and I'll have to change my tactical to a reasonable extent when that happens. Ricardo says more OP how? Yeah, the reason I say this again, I was mentioning this because uh, you know if you imagine imagine you take in your champion into battle, okay, and let's say the AI changes are such that all the troops are going to attack your champion because he's the first thing that they see on the battlefield. Now, so if that happens, while your champion is going ahead into battle, your other troops, which are ranged troops, could take advantage of that. So while your Titan takes of tanks in damage, your troops in the back can then engage in range warfare, which actually makes which is what many of the games do have. Most of the games always have this conventional. Oh, hey, Sergian, welcome, man, welcome to the stream. Most of the games, the war games out there, they'll have a massive tanking troop, right, which takes in all the damage, and then at the back you'll have the ranged troops, which will then fire while the tank is taking the damage in, and which is what I can see it might happen. But Ricardo says champions cannot withstand troops at level high buffs. That is true as well. That's true as well. So that's true. Uh, but man, I have seen some champions really take a beating and survive. But yeah, but the whole point is, right? The whole point is, yes, the champions will die, okay, but they will hopefully be able to take in. By the time they're taking the damage, the troops around could probably cause some havoc. So. But again, that's what I think. Again, that's what I'm predicting. Might be, I might completely look foolish when uh, when the HNs come around. But I am very curious what happens. And man, they talk about Pantheon, right? Pantheon. We don't know when that's coming on. There's so many things that we've been promised, but we don't see. And anyway, but I hope that as the weeks come by, the devs deliver on the promise and we see stuff happening, right? Right, we got 15 people watching, guys. Thank you for joining my stream. Any of you lurking out there, do say hi. One of the things that I think Soldier brought up that I should probably start doing some sort of Streamlab stuff, and I would like to do Streamlab stuff as well. I actually have Dawn of Titans on my BlueStacks on my PC, so yeah, I might do that. Haha, yeah, takes so long. Yeah, that could be quite a sarcastic thing as well. So yeah, but there are truly. I mean, I think if you've come across who's that? Godan, my man. Yep. I mean, he's got a really tanky Snogo. I mean, with the right relics, even like crazy high troops will take some time to take him down. But it will be interesting. But I still think no matter what, with the AI changes, I can see that champions and paladins and infiltrators included will become more relevant, if not OP. So, but that'll be left to see. And when that happens, it's gonna be crazy because we'll all have to change our gameplay, right? Let's get some refills in. So, guys, what are your setup for this event? Are you grinding with all Panthers, or are you grinding like me using a Guardian because you don't have Loki and Thor? And if so, which Guardian are you using? I mean, I really wish, guys, that I could do some of those fun stuff like raffles and stuff. I personally love raffles because I think it's kind of fun. to get everyone to do something on the stream. But man, I promise you guys, one of these days I will get my grips. And Bo, if you watch this on replay, you had kindly offered to maybe sort of give me a bit of some tips on doing that, and I'm gonna take you on that, take you up on that, and hopefully, man, I will be able to do all of that fun stuff as well pretty soon. Ricardo says if the future is to play with troops, then this way a lot of troops will be lost. Must reduce production time. That's a good point. That's a good point. And we all know how long it takes to train Goliaths and Grenadiers as well, right? And probably even Imperials are, 15 minutes is fairly a lot sometimes. But even then, even if they don't decrease the training time for Imperials, but they should, I think, reduce the training time for Grenadiers and Goliaths, right? Because they are ridiculously, man, in terms of the time they take in and all of that. Man, this guy's not got any lands. Oh, PP, come on, man, come on, I want a PP. Well, that doesn't sound right, does it? uh, uh, okay, let's go and find some other persons to go in with. The troops from behind will not be protected from spells. That's a good point too. Ooh. I guess the more I think of this, I think the answer is more complicated, right? Just other than just sort of saying that they are going to be OP. So yeah, Ricardo. I mean, I think it's going to be hard to say what's going to happen. Oh hey, Feranic, welcome. Don't remember you seeing on the stream before, but man, thank you for joining in, man. So you're saying long time ago. Just gonna read that. Long time ago. Oh, this is like a story, man. Uh, just hold on. Long time ago, archers equal range, spearmen equal tank, militia equal fast, grenadiers equal harder. Hitting slower range Imperials equaled tankier but slower. Panthers faster but more fragile. It was all set up that way initially. Yeah, and I think I take your point on Panthers, man. Panthers were faster but fragile, but now with the mount armors and all the titans that like Basati and Mitano, really buffing up Panthers, they are no longer fragile, right? And that's what makes Panthers really deadly in battle, I think, right? Oh, hey, I tell you, sub, welcome to my stream. Good evening, good evening. It's 10 p.m. here, so it's pretty much very late in the evening, but I am pretty amped up, so I will go on for a decent amount of time, try and do this as well. So thank you for joining in. Ricardo says full grenadiers resist spells level 25 suicide of resources. Oh yeah. That's true, man. Level 25 grenadiers. Uh oh. Oh, I can't add anyone on my chat, can I? Um, let's find some lands. I think I need to find some lands now quicker than boring you guys not finding anything. Zom said, "Hey Zom, 4:05 p.m." Ricardo says my Basati Panthers have 80k HPC. There you go, there you go. I mean, how is anything going to stand against such tanky Panthers, right? I mean, even Imperials can struggle with that. And if you have ever gone up against if I mean, I would love to see someone, and I probably think Chef Base God probably would be the one who could probably do this. Some of the other guys as well. But man, if you're gonna try and go up against level 25 Panthers with Imperials, there is no way, unless you've got some crazy resistances on those Imperials for poison, that you're not going to suffer significant losses for Imperials, right? So yeah, that's what I think. There's Pharaonic. They need to introduce a resist charge to Spearmen. Yeah. And possibly Imperials and Goliaths. No way should Panthers be able to decimate them. That's a very good point and a good suggestion, really, man. Yeah. So, I mean, I would definitely take you up on Imperials. Now, if Imperials had resist to charge, okay, then they would, I think, then pikemen and Panthers would be fairly equal in, well, not equal, but because all the Imperials do cause a lot more damage. But definitely having some resistance to charge would be very useful. Oh, hey, Zalon, welcome, man. Welcome to the stream. Oh, I remember this map before this. Should have not taken this one out. One of the things I do when I go with Calco is make sure I go in with a lot of these spells. Look at that. Oh, this is one thing I don't like as well, guys. Some of the people who put their lines on PP, they put in some sort of crazy Titan on defense, and then if you don't check before you go in, this is what happens. You start losing troops. That's what I don't like. And yes, Grenadiers take so long to train, so pretty annoying. Pretty annoying. So any of you guys are peeping out there, probably worth noting that PP, in the true sense of the word, should mean that you put level 1 Titans, no spells, no troops, right? That's what it should mean. So don't be that person. See this as well, okay? That's not too bad, but don't put in level Titans, man. Uh, Yeah, see that's not being true. That's not true, PP. Oh, Zalon says soul count. Here you go, man, for you, Zalon. 12,540. So got my Mitano earlier, and I hope you caught that Mitano that I brought up earlier. But yes, I'm trying to see what I can do because there is 1 day and 11 hours on the clock. And Valky, man, she's very tempting. So I don't know. I'm gonna try my best. And I don't really want to be using too many tokens. I do want to keep some for the future events. But we'll see. Because it took me about 3 or 4 weeks to save up 24 tokens or something. And burning them on one event kind of seems weird, but I don't know. I may do it. It depends how much I'm drawn to it and what my alliance needs. Let's try and find some quicker lands. This is where not having a PP, well, not PP, not having a mini, kind of becomes a problem. Okay, I'm gonna go to the alliance which I know will have some PP lands. Hopefully this works out. There we go. Now see, this guy is reasonable, right? See, level 1 Titan, no troops, well, minimum troops, and no spells. So that is what PP should be. Puranic says depends if you want PP, but if you want to discourage some people from hitting you, you just don't put high level rangers on PP lands. Okay, okay, I know what you mean. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So perhaps the person was like, hey, I'm getting hit too much. So I'm gonna put in to discourage people. I'm gonna put in a high level titan. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Um, I guess that's fair in a way. But yeah, but then just yeah, but yeah, putting level rangers on on PP lands, that's horrible, man. It really, even if you're going with Panthers, it's not fun. It's not fun. The fight, Ricardo says, the fight for the top 50 guild award, quite a lot. That was not so disputed. If you're an alliance that's going for top 50, and that is for getting that leveled up Metanos, I can see there being quite a fight for this. In fact, I think, guys, this week the struggle, well, you're gonna see people fighting for Metano, but and less so for the orb. That's what I think, because I think by now a lot of alliances, the top alliances, would have already got themselves an orb from the previous event. So I think the real sort of push will be to get that second Metano for everyone in their alliance. Let's recharge the stones. Get back to battling. Whom did we find a target? Oh man, there we go. This is the best land. Imperials and Grenadiers. Very good to go up against. Ricardo says the fight for that. I read that. Sorry. Ferranic says I am a bit surprised at how the scores are. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, are you subscribe? What am I saying? Are you surprised? What am I saying, man? Are you surprised that it's really competitive, or you subscribed that they're not actually that high? Why am I struggling to say the word surprised? Odd. Ferranic, currently 620k. That's higher than Mitano for everyone in the alliance, all 50 players. Ooh. So yeah, there is. So I guess the scores are pretty high. Zone City asks, have you beefed with anyone this season? You mean have I picked up a fight with anyone? And not really. Uh, that's what you're asking? Nope. Well, it really depends. Who 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 wants to pick a fight with me? Well, the way I look at this, guys. See, if someone's gonna hit my garrison, I'm gonna hit your garrison back. I'm gonna try I'm gonna try a couple of times. If I completely fail and I can't do anything about it, I'll drop you a message saying that, hey, you got a good garrison. I do that sometimes if the play is fair, not annoying, and then I just move on, right? But like for example, I'll give you an idea. There was a player, I think level 23 castle, had Marmesh on his defense, and I think it was when Koldan event was going on, and I had his alliance for no reason, right? And absolutely no reason, because I'm not a big fan of capping, of going on capping stuff from players. And but this player, I thought, he took his liberty of going in with his mates, a level 23 player. He came in and stripped all of my VP lands and and bubbled my garrison. Okay, so I wake up in the morning and I see, hey man, that's horrible. I've lost all my VP lands. But you know what? I give you give the fight back, right? What I did, I woke up. I asked my alliance members if anyone wants to help me shave the guy. There were a few people on, but then I said to actually I told them, you know what? Because they stripped only me, I'm just going to respond on my own, and I just took all my lands back. And while I was taking my lands back from this level 23 player who actually turned out to be the leader of that alliance, he hit my garrison. And while he was hitting my garrison, I bubbled his garrison as well. And because I got like 26k VP from him, and he got, I don't know, like 15k VP from me, I think he realized there's no point fighting on. So yeah, sometimes you just got to, be, I guess, I don't know if it's called smart, but yeah, you got to be tactful in the way you approach taking revenges as well. Sorry, guys. Zalon says, been sipping old tankards, Ron. Oh, it's been a while since I've had anything to drink, if you know what I mean, for a while. But in terms of yeah, I think you're referring to the tokens. I have Zalon. I have been using quite a few relics, but I have not been lucky for, unfortunately. That's weird. Yeah, so I have been pulling more of 2-star and 1-star relics, and maybe because I've not pulled in any 4 stars, and I've only pulled in like 1 3-star old tankard. So the grind's been real for me, man. It's been real. And I was bringing up earlier, and I'll bring it up again. I have done more than 1,000 battles this week. Well, that's not for this event only, but including the last one. So some crazy battling. I've been really doing it hardcore this week. Zombies is very nice. Yes, solo missions are always cool. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, because I think it's the thing is that at some points of the time, do you really want to involve your entire alliance? If only like if only you are the one getting stripped, like if that happens, then if you can retaliate, and and then if the other team backs out, then well, okay, cool, they learn their lesson and they stop. Because what I did was, and that's why I'm fair. Okay, so if you capped my land and you didn't delete my land, I'm just gonna go and get all those lands back. Okay, but only if you come and cap me back again, that's when things are gonna hit the fan, you know. So, but otherwise, I'm just fair. Take it easy. Um, Superbog, hey man, hello, welcome to the stream. Ricardo says it was time to increase the XP by battle for the Titans. Yeah, perhaps I should do that. And one of the suggestions, and if you watch this Q&A from one of the producers of Dawn of Titans, can't remember his name. Uh, okay, but he mentioned, all right, he mentioned that that perhaps in the future they might consider the idea of giving a garrison Titans XP when they defend lands, right? If someone attacks your land, you get some VP for your Titan. And I think that if that works out, that will also be pretty cool, man. I mean, if that happened, imagine the amount of the amount of XP you could actually garner from that during events. I think that'd be pretty cool. Franix says that's a lot of battles. I'm at 736 battles so far this season. Yes, but that's pretty cool, man. That's awesome. But also, guys, one of the things as well, during this event, we haven't what do you call that? There have been two events, right? We've also seen the Coldan event and this event. So if you've granted for both events like me, then the 1,000 kind of makes sense. But if it was if but I know folks which will put up those numbers, and I think Soldier is probably one of them, who will do that for a week where there's only one event they're going for. So man, mad respect for that, and I can see it's pretty hard, man, doing that. Uh, oh, that's a good point, Ricardo. True. So normally the Titan that's defending the garrison is already maxed out. So yeah, that doesn't help. Hmm. So I think perhaps what they should do is give Titans that are on the lands XP. I don't know, but quite cool. Hey, Mohammed Moray just subscribed from DU. Oh, hey man, welcome. Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate all the support I can get and viewership from you all. Let's try and why is it that when I'm streaming, I always find hard to find targets. Okay, this person's recently popped my dance. Let's see if got. Okay, yeah. Before I do this, so here's Zalon if you're still around, and for those of you joining me now, so this is the stats for me this week. So I've done 1,026 battles, guys, this week. With so many mini accounts, that's gonna encourage cheating. Yeah, I think that's the problem, son. When I start thinking about it, if that happens, people will just start to get their minis to hit their main lands and level Titans up. So perhaps that might not happen. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point, Zone. Absolutely. Ricardo says, I'm curious to see a different event. It's been all much more of the same. Yeah, what I want to see, and one of the things I have mentioned to Game Rescue when he was asking for suggestions. So some of you haven't checked out Game Rescue's channel. He makes some really good videos on trying to suggestions and improving DOT. And one of the things I brought up to him was that it'd be nice if we had events with the new 3-star Titans. Okay, now for new players, right? For new players, they it's good to get it's not as easy for them to use a 4-star Titan and level it all up. But why not give people the excitement of new 3-star Titans? I mean, and this might be, I'm sure you all know this, but there are certain Titans which don't even exist in the 3-star category. For example, we don't have a 3-star Ice Ranger, right? Unless someone knows one, but there isn't one. So why is that the case? Why do we not have that? Superbox says, "Wow, that's a lot. Way to go, yeah, man. I've been literally doing nothing this weekend. Just been grinding away. Yeah, Superbox. So trying to just do it as free to play as I can. I want to keep some tokens as I can, but because I always try to prepare for a rainy day. Because let's say I'm busier next week and I really want the Titan, I could do that. Sorry guys, I've just sorry. Um, Superbox says Edena 3-star ice range. No, she's Edena is a 2-star, I think. Pretty sure of that. But Edena is pretty cool. She is pretty cool, but she's not 3-star. So I'm hoping that they will put in some new new Titans in the future, because nowadays you know the whole rage is to get uh, new Forza Titans, right? And every other week we keep getting these reskins of Titans. I mean, Theros. Okay, it was kind of okay. I don't know if you like the Titan or not, but in terms of the effort involved in bringing that Titan to life, in terms of development and stuff like that, it's a reskin. So so I just feel that the devs are more focusing at the moment on sort of reskins and few changes to release new Titans rather than coming up with something original and new. So that's what I hope they do with with it as time goes by. Because otherwise the game will get boring, man. It'll get boring. I mean, imagine every other week you're gonna see new Forza Titans and just to lure people to collect more and more of the same. I think that's not as exciting. Dawn of collection. Yeah, that's what it's becoming now. But again, it's each to his own. So, some people like that. Some people like that aspect of the game, to go and collect Titans. And if that's the thing, and that's what brings you joy from the game, go and do that. For me, it's more like I normally okay. This is what I normally go for Titans if I think I have relics for them. Like for example, I went for Metano because I have most of the poison relics. I'm trying to go for Valkyrie because I have relics for Grenadiers and I do have relics for Spearmen. Uh, but for example, if there was an event with let's say for a Paladin, definitely wouldn't go for that. But if there was for fire, just for a let's say a fire, not fire. I don't know if there was an event or Titan for which I didn't have the relics, or I don't think I'll get a relic soon, I wouldn't go for that. But that's maybe it's just me. But it's the way you look at it. It's the way you look at it. The sorcerer's class was a talk a while ago. That's true. That's true. It's true. Sorry, guys. I don't know. Just got a bit of a cough. Let me know, if guys, if the audio falls off or anything like that. I'll try and change things around. I mean, one of these days, my plan is to move on to Streamlabs and move on to streaming from my PC rather than my tablet. And I'm pretty sure when that happens, the quality will improve significantly, or hopefully. But yeah, man, Sorcerer's Clause. Yeah, it was there, and even on the DOT's Wikipedia page, I think they have the Sorcerer's class as a class of Titans, but we haven't seen any. So I'm hoping as the game develops, we see these things coming back and be pretty fun. So you have 16 people watching, it's 13 people watching, hard to say, but man, off late, the kind of response I've been getting from you guys, the viewership, I mean, I really, really appreciate it, man. I mean, I started this channel, and if you watch my earlier videos, I only began this channel to sort of help out my alliance mates who are new members and learning the game. But then someone said, and when, why don't you you know, make it public, more for public videos? And then that's what I started to do. So pretty happy with the response, and yeah, I just hope to keep pushing on my content. I think I stopped. I mean, was it? I mean, I think it's been 2 months or 3 months. I've been doing YouTube now, rather putting videos on YouTube. Um, and I think I've so far put in about 130 or 40 videos. Maybe wrong. I need to still look at my video count, but I mean, it's just so much fun. I just love making videos for you, and for especially battle videos. So yeah, I hope to continue doing that. Oh, look at that land. I love this land, man. I love this land. With Imperials and Grenadiers, it's always fun, right? Now, one of the other things, guys, I did in this event, I managed to take my Calco from level 22 to level 30, and now he's almost level 31 as well. And that's one of the great things about these events. I was mentioning this earlier as well. You get the opportunity from these events to work on Titans you probably would never work on normally. I mean, who normally takes their Guardians on offense, right? Unless, I don't know, unless maybe a Mitano perhaps you might do that. And I guess with the new Valkyrie coming out, that probably might be an option too. But yes, I hope as the changes come on, we see improvements in the game. They may not be as drastic as we want, but there is a call for change. There is a call for the change in the game. So only a little bit away from getting my Calco to level 31, and that'll unlock the third skill slot, I believe, for my Calco, which is actually lightning resist for Grenadiers. Nothing fantastic, but anyway, good to have something, right? I mean, the Calco was one that I got from one of the 2K temple pools long time ago. I guess during a fire event or something. I never really used him, and it was only a couple of well, on Monday was it when we had the fusion event, fusion boost event. That's when I got my Calco from something like level 10 to level 22, and then from then on it's been this event. Ron, I got my first Mitano. Oh wow, nice. So Superbok, what are the skills on a Mitano? Because there have been some wonderful rolls going around. So what have you managed to get? So yeah, when I pull a Mitano as well, guys, I mean, I'm not totally happy with mine, but whatever. Mitano is a Mitano. He's going to be there. I will level him up to an extent so that he could be at least a decent land defender. And one of the things with these events is that, if you're going to grind mostly free to play, if you'll end up getting a crap Titan, you don't feel as bad, but you will feel terrible if you actually spend like hardcore cash on this, right? But I mean, I've not ever been completely free to play. I have splurged in this game. Like for example, even recently, I bought myself the Celestial deal or whatever. Like it was like £7, and I got like 100 portal stones, 2 tokens, and some like 700 gems or something like that. And or 400 gems, I can't remember. But it's only when things like that prop up that I actually spend on the game. But I haven't. I think to this date, my expenditure in this game is still under, I think, £70, I think, thereabouts. I think that's where I'm at the moment, and I've been playing this for more than a year at least. So trying to keep it, trying to keep the expenditure to a minimum. Superbox says he's got lightning, ice, earth, fire, titan resist. Nice, nice, nice. See, titan resist is obviously very useful in the last slot. Ice and fire is very useful. Ice is perhaps the best one that you've got after titan resist. But it's good, man. You haven't got any doubles, so that's already a winner. So it's good, man. I like it. I like it. But Superbox says yes, he'll probably be a land defender. Yes, and kind of like me as well. Gonna mostly have them as a land defender. if you've caught my Mitanos, the Mitano I have pulled, he's got 100% Panther resist to Titans, which is kind of good. But the other skills are, I think, resist to Earth and resist to physical, and then Panther health. So, that's why it'll probably just be, probably be a land defender. But only if I can get him to level 60, I might put him on my garrison, just to surprise people and throw people off. But that's going to take a long time. Some says because of this event, I'm going beef and garrison switch Valkyrie and Mitano. Yeah, that'll be nice, man. Switch things up, try different things and see what happens. We've got XD. How do you read that? Welcome, man. Welcome. And hope you're doing the event is going well for you. Thanks for tuning in. Almost at level 31. I think what I'll do is just to switch things up. I'm gonna change. I don't know. Should I? I could change my Calco. I could change my Calco for Mitano and then see how he does in battle. No, not this land. But if I do that, I'll have to go up against really tiny lands. I'll try that, of course. Ricardo says, I hope to evolve my Mitano to level 60 in a month without fusing other Titans foes. Yeah, yeah. So if you're going to do that, you'll have to really use him, like, get him into Titan monuments, Titan arenas, and just hardcore sort of grinding. That'd be fun, man. It's all fun either way. XD says I pulled a good Mitano from the temple today. Woo! Wow! And yeah, that's possible, right? Because they've got wind guardians from the temple. So nice, man. So what are the skills you've got on your Mitano? If anyone's got a Mitano with ice and poison on the same Mitano, then you've got a very good Mitano, because with the Orb of Duality, ooh, that becomes one deadly defender. Ricardo says at level 22, I'm already attacking islands level 23 and 24. Yeah, man. Always good to attack highlands. Oh, I had some person. Oh, couldn't see who it was, but someone subscribed. The name went too fast. Sorry, but thank you for subscribing. And if you're on the chat, please do say hi so I'll know your name. So many minis. Oh, not minis. Lands. Ranger Gamer KP, what's up? What's up? Welcome, man. First time seeing you around. Thank you for tuning in. How are you doing in the game and the event? Are you first time seeing you around? So, are you playing DOT, or are you just checking out my channel for the first time? If you're the first time visitor, warm welcome from me. Actually says resist to poison, ice, fire, earth, and resist Titan. Ooh. Wow, man, you've got yourself one of the dream builds. Well, at least in my view. So you get 60% poison, 60% ice, right? 72% fire, 60% earth, and 40% or something more than that. But man, you've got a good build. You've got a good build. Well done, man. Well done. Well done. Very lucky to pull that from the temple, man. All good. We're all good. Yes, he's good, but it's my mini account. Oh, you said, oh, it's the mini. Ah, so low level Panthers, lol. Yeah, 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 yeah. I see what you mean. Wish you had that on your main, right? But I guess that's an indication for you to work on your mini account. I know some people do. I mean, I've started doing my mini account recently as well, but not really paid attention to it. But one of these days, I'm going to try and just play around with my mini as well. That's a really nice one, Superbox says. Yeah, very much agreed. Okay, let's switch things up because it's can get a bit boring using just the same Titan. Let's test out my Metano. Obviously, it's not gonna do wonders, but we're just having fun. So if any of you guys are here new, that's my Metano and that's his skills. Health, physical, earth, Titan, Titan. And that's what I've got. Anyway, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run against really crappy sort of lands. Let's find some crappy lands and then try and see if I can train up some get some XP on her. Ricardo says Mitano battles. Yay, yep. We'll try something different. Because he's also Guardian. So right, it's pretty fun. Let's try and find some